What's going on, everybody? My name is Hexxium and welcome to an unboxing of what is not a great computer, but a low-end, I guess, gaming computer. It's really low-end compared to my 980 Ti beast that is down there. You can't even see it because it's dark and off right now. But I kind of cleaned up my room. I cleaned off that desk enough to put a monitor up there, and we're going to put that computer over there in a few minutes. But yeah, I want to do a quick review of this computer today. So we're going to take this off. The FedEx guy was nice enough to put this lovely cover on it because he's great at shipping because it was pouring rain outside today. So with that being said, I'm going to skip till I unwrap this part and then we'll start unboxing it. Alright, so for the sake of this, I want you guys to see me do it so you know everything's on video for it. I'll open up the box here. Hopefully my camera's positioned right. I can't look at it and cut this properly at the same time. There we go. So we got our nice Asus box here because it is an Asus computer. I don't know how good there is. There's one bad review about the power supply. It's not one, actually. It's multiple. And the review is that it makes a loud pop sound, but the power supply supposedly keeps working just fine after, so we'll find that out today, if that's true or not. Right off the bat, we got a box, which I'm assuming has our cables and or something important in it. Here, let's take it over here to my mess of a bed and have a look at it, I guess. Open up the box. We got a power cable, which will definitely be needed, and looks like a mouse. Yep, definitely a mouse. Followed by, I'm assuming, what is the wireless adapter that they mentioned. There's a pamphlet, help book or something, I guess. I'll get a better video of it. Some kind of help book of some kind, and the wireless adapter. So, all things you'll need if you're a normal user. For me, I have a wired Ethernet port switch somewhere down there that I can hook up, but I'll probably use the wireless thing just for the sake of reviewing it here when we get to that part. But beyond that, we have this giant-ass computer that I'm going to have to lift out of here, so give me 1 minute. So I've gone ahead and lifted the computer out, and that's what's down here, but I also lifted this out, which separated the computer at the bottom or something in the box, something like that. And it appears to be heavy, so I'm assuming it has something in it, or unless it's just supposed to be a bracer, but I'm pretty sure there's something's inside of this. So we will open it up and figure it out. I'm sure there's probably a better way to open this, but you know what? I don't really care. As long as it opens. Oh yeah, that's our keyboard. So it was either in the side or in the bottom, one of the two. I don't really understand how they put it in there, but here's our not so great keyboard. But I mean, you need a keyboard with a computer, so if you're buying a brand new computer, you'd probably need this. So assuming it works, which it should, this is definitely a good starter keyboard by Asus. Not in the greatest condition, but you know, that's probably due to shipping. And or Asus, one of the two. This is a brand new computer after all, not a certified refurbished, so everything should be great in condition wise. So we got that. We'll set that up stuff later on that computer desk up there, which is my old one. But for now, let's get to unwrapping this thing. I set my knife down somewhere, so let me find that. There we go. Right, let's open this up here. Let's cut the side so I can open it. Possibly. It's kind of hard to film and cut a computer open at the same time, honestly. Most people, when they do reviews, they have a professional room for it and stuff. No, I just have my room. My channel did get rated tech by Social Blade today, so I guess I am a technology reviewer, according to them. Or I am. My English isn't that great there. Anyway, we have our lovely Asus sticker up here, which kind of can be pulled out, I'm sure, or peeled off. Looks like it's perforated edge, so Asus desktops, leading, you know, they're whatever their advertising is, you can take a look there. Doesn't really have any relevance to the actual computer, but clear this shit out of the way. I'm going to finish unwrapping it real quick, and then we'll get into how it looks. Alright, I've finished unwrapping it. My phone isn't exactly the most focused yet. There we go. But I finished unwrapping, and as you can see, you got a nice, clean, black front. It's got a, supposedly a disc tray here, according to everything, and an optical drive spot, I guess. 2 of them? I don't know. There's also, down here you can see our ports, kinda. It's not the greatest focus there, but you can kind of see them. It's supposed to be USB 3.0s and stuff. Here's our little card telling us about it. Also not very easy to see in this lighting, but there you go. Tells you some of the details about this not so great, but still okay computer. Good processor in this thing. I mean, it's not bad. I got this one specifically because it was around $380 at the time I buy this anyway, and it had a discrete graphics card, meaning it has its own graphics card, not some fucking APU, and it has a very nice processor as far as AMD goes, so it's a very nice low-end PC, to say the least. On the back here we have our power port, an on and off switch, I'm assuming, I don't know, can't really, no, it doesn't look like it actually. It's something. I'm not reading it right now because I can't see my phone. But then we have our mini USB ports and our audio ports if you were to have a headset or speakers, which you normally would. And then you have your video card ports. So, yeah. At this point, I'm just going to peel off the top sticker. Oh, I almost tipped it over there. You can see on the side. You can take off the case, but apparently that voids the warranty, so you probably won't ever want to do that as a normal user. With me, though, I don't really give a fuck, because if it gets broken or something, I can fix it. But, yeah, at this point, I'm going to take off the sticker from the top here, and I'm going to go plug it in, and then we'll see how it works, and if there's that loud pop sound people talk about. One quick thing you do want to take note of as I was assembling this computer together to get it all set up, this little wireless adapter that they ship with it, there's a special spot on the back of this specific computer that these little things, which I've never really actually seen before on a wireless network adapter, they go down. You can't really see it, but they go down here, where my fingers kind of are, the very bottom of the computer. So if you do get one of these, this specific model, they're right down here. They're just little stubs, and they match up with these, and you got to put them down there. Another thing to note if you do get this computer is that they assume, because there's no monitor included with this monitor, or this computer, they assume that you'll have your own VGA or whatever cable, which, because I'm me, I always have a stockpile of this kind of crap, and I just happen to have one of these laying around, so that works for this computer, I'm assuming anyway. If it doesn't, I'll go get the adapter from downstairs, but as far as I can tell, there's a little blue port right there, meaning that it will support it, and almost everything these days does at least support this. So that computer should support it. But if you do buy it, you got to have one of these. Just take note of that. And you'll have a little bit of struggle putting this on because there's no instructions unless you look at the thing and understand that this goes with that, which any common person would if they take a look at it. But I figured I'd make a note of that because anybody who's buying this computer or looking up this review is probably not the most tech-savvy person in the world, meaning they probably wouldn't know that kind of thing. So I'm going to finish assembling this and put it together, and then we'll try powering it on. I'll see you guys really soon. Finished the assembly at this point, and one other thing they did ship us was the drivers that we're going to need for all this stuff. I'm assuming the motherboard, mouse, and what have you. We set up the keyboard and the mouse up here. There is a little thing down here, but I don't like using that. This desk is kind of old and broken. But we're at the moment of truth now of whether or not we're going to hear that loud pop. So I'm going to turn on my power strip, which is also brand new, so hopefully that goes well. And then this will power on after that with the monitor, and hopefully we won't have any problems. Ideally. Power's on. Monitor should power on just fine. As you can see, monitor power's on. And hopefully, I got the video card all hooked up right. If not, we'll go back through and fix that here in a minute. But now, here's the moment of truth, everybody. No loud pop yet. No signal yet either. So, hopefully video card configuration's right. Oh yeah, it is. We got our BIOS. I didn't hear any loud pop like all the other users are reporting. So, I mean, not every user had it, obviously, but a good amount of them did because they reported having it. So we'll see. We shall see. It might be something that happens later on down the road too. If it does, I'll update the description to reflect that, so make sure you check that out. But looks like it's going well so far. And I looked at this, we have 2 fucking optical drives on top, at least according to what it says. So I don't know why that is, but supposedly we have 2. This comes with Windows 8.1, if I recall correctly. I'll probably ditch that in favor of Windows 98 or something in the future because I like to study malware with this shit. But, you know, right now it's Windows 8.1, so I'm not going to argue with it. It's working great so far. Granted, it hasn't got the Windows yet. We're using an HDD, 7200 RPM HDD, so it should be fairly fast, but it's also an HDD, so you can't expect too fast. Apparently we got to set up Windows, so I'm going to pause the recording here, set up Windows real quick, and we'll cut back when we're in Windows. So one thing off the bat before we even got into Windows, it asked me to accept a license agreement, which I noticed included McAfee, however you want to pronounce it. And you don't really get any other option around it. But when you do click continue, it asks you for your email and stuff, so I mean, I guess I can click skip at this point because there's actually a skip button instead of I agree, so I don't care about McAfee. I have my own antivirus, and I don't need that shit. Apparently now we're going to name up Windows, so hopefully after this point I'll be able to skip in the Windows. See you guys soon. At this point we've reached the Windows update screen. It's been a good 5 minutes or so. Now they're telling me this might take a while. After 5 minutes, that's typical Windows. They went from telling you straight up how things used to be in Windows 98 to straight up lying to you these days. Usually they'll say this won't take very long with Windows 10, and it takes fucking forever. At least they're telling me somewhat truthful this time that it might take a while. But yeah, we're just waiting on that now, and then we're going to take a review of how much bloatware comes on the PC, if any. I'm assuming that some will, considering they tried to bundle McAfee, but we'll see. And I'll let you guys know. Okay, after about 20 minutes or so of waiting, we've actually reached Windows, and we had to sign into my Microsoft account thanks to Windows 8 not really giving me much choice in that matter. But here's my desktop, which thanks to Windows, they synced my Malwarebytes background from Windows 10 over to here, as well as my actual design of my interface and stuff. But let's see what kind of things we got running off the bat. We got Bluetooth devices for some reason, AI charger, which is something to do with Asus, Realtek web storage version, whatever the fuck this is. We're already getting a pop-up for it. We're not updating it because I don't know what the fuck it is. It can wait. I really don't care about it. We got McAfee forced on us down here, as you can see. Even though we have a Malwarebytes background, we got that shitty antivirus on our computer. And we also have the cloud from Microsoft. We have something down here. I don't know what's going to tell me or not. What does that say? Asus software. We got photos, I'm assuming. Yeah, photos gallery. We got the store. So yeah, we got some really interesting things off the bat. But the real thing I want to look at is the control panel here, because that's the real indicator, along with the actual size of the drive. But we're going to start in control panel. We're going to uninstall programs, and we'll see what they have in here. We got, oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. We got Adobe Acrobat Reader has been put with it. We have the Catalyst for AMD's card, that's perfectly fine. We have Asus's fuckload of things, which we really don't need. Family safety and 90% of this shit. We don't need any of this shit, honestly. We have the Asus Music Maker, whatever the fuck that is. We have Cisco, which I'm assuming has something to do with the wireless adapter. We have Cyberlink, which I don't really know why we need that. Firebird, for some reason. McAfee, which we don't need. Microsoft Office was bundled with it. I don't know if that's the full version, but it was bundled anyway. We got whatever that is. It's probably something that's required. We have Realtek. So if this is the card stuff for the wireless adapter, then what the fuck is Cisco stuff here? I don't know. And then we have Windows Essentials 2012, which usually is Movie Maker and stuff. We have web storage, whatever that is, by Asus. I'm assuming it's some kind of Asus cloud application. So all in all, nothing terrible. No malware bundled with the computer, as some people have been reporting, but definitely not spectacular. How are we looking space-wise? We have a weird partition of the drive here. For some reason, they partitioned the C and then data. C drive has, you know, C stuff on it, I guess. Add-ins, basically all the Windows stuff. So that is Windows. For whatever reason, they partitioned it off. I don't really know why. We got out of that much space, out of 198. So it's basically, it's supposed to be a terabyte drive. You'd have about 800, 900 after you put it in Windows because of how Windows handles it. So I don't know why they partitioned it, but this is the other half of the same drive because there's only one drive in the computer. I guess that's where they want you to put your data, and they don't want you to put it on the C drive for whatever reason. But yeah, as far as that goes, not too bad. As far as bloatware, you know, I'm gonna uninstall a lot of that. Obviously, probably reinstall the whole operating system or wipe it and install Windows 98 or something. But all in all, not too bad. And speed-wise, it's not terrible. As you can see, it's opening browsing, which is something that every computer should be able to do without a problem really easily. Apparently, it wants to use Adobe. Fuck Adobe. We don't need Adobe enabled on our web browsing here. Yeah, we want to get Chrome. That's one thing we're going to grid off the bat here. And we'll see how fast we can install Chrome on this. That's what's going to be an indicator for me here. Because Chrome's usually installed relatively quickly. Granted, we have to deal with the wireless adapter, which is supposedly pretty great, supposedly. But I've never actually used it, and we have one of the godly routers in the world, like one of the most godly. It was a $300 router with like 8 or 6 antennas or something like that. So there's no reason why this, being like not even 100 yards away, should be able to run any slower than it would if I was right next to it. You know, this is like literally, I'm here, and the router's like here downstairs. So there's no reason why this shouldn't be fast, except for that wireless adapter being slow. That would be the only reason why. But, you know, I guess it's going to be a bit slow. We got an indicator here for 20 seconds. It's not terrible. I mean, if you're just browsing shit, it's probably not terrible. You can probably load YouTube videos. Probably not in high def, though. But this computer does have an Ethernet port, so if you're a normal user like me, you can take your port switch like I have and then grab an Ethernet cable and plug it into the back of the Ethernet port and not use that stupid wireless adapter. But it doesn't hurt to have a wireless adapter included with the package. It's actually a really nice feature to have that. And it was relatively easy to set up, too. So, yeah. Anyway, my thing's all out of focus, but this is my official review of this computer. I still don't have that pop sound. In all the 40 minutes or so I've been sitting here now, I haven't heard a single pop sound. So, got one last quick look at the computer here for finalizing my review. I may do a second part of this video at some point to review how fast it can maybe render things or play games, because this is a really low-end gaming computer, so it's not going to be great. But I may do a review on that at some point. But for now, this is a review of it actually working and the hardware components of it. As you can see, here I'll be quiet for a second so you can hear it. Really, the only thing you'll hear is my heater vent, because this computer is whisper quiet. Like, you cannot hear this thing. The only thing I actually heard during the installation was the hard drive. That's literally all I could hear. So, time will tell if that changes whenever you like put it under stress, but, you know, it's a great computer for what it is. And for the price it is, around $380, that's a great goddamn computer. So, yeah. On a scale of like 10, I would probably rate this computer, being what it is, it's intended for low-end users, I would rate this like an 8 probably, because it comes with a little bit of bloatware, and it has a little bit of trouble, you know, like setting things up, supposedly, according to people. So, probably an 8 out of 10 for what it is. Take that at what it is, because this is intended for a low-end user, a brand new user, somebody who doesn't play heavy games or something like I do. Over there on my other computer, I have a GTX 980 Ti and a shitload of other great things, but this computer is intended specifically for low-end users or people who just don't really play games very often. This is intended for somebody who will play light games or old games and doesn't mind having them on lower settings. So, great fucking computer, Asus. Thank you for giving me the time to review this. Everybody who watched this, leave a like on this video if you like it. Let me know if you have anything you want me to tell you about in the comments. I can tell you all about this computer because it's going to be chilling here for the next forever, I'm sure. So, yeah, I'll probably use it as a media server and maybe make a part 2 at some point, maybe, if I get around to it, to having the time of how to review the actual software components of this computer speed-wise. But yeah, that's all I have to say today. My name is Hexxium, as you can see by my beautiful little mug there, and I hope you enjoyed this review. I love you all, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hexxium out.